the Lionsgate portal. It is such a magical time. It is such a magical time. Like this month, August 2023, we have so many planetary events that are challenging us, yet the Lion portal jumps on in just to give us that little bit of hope, that huge manifesting capabilities. And it's just one of those magical times that I personally have created a lot of abundance in that space. Multiple miscarriages over my lifetime. Got pregnant on the 8th of the 8th, which happened to be my wedding night. Also settled on a house on the 8th of the 8th. And I do my best to create magic around that space, because the energy and the activations that happen all within us is where it realigns us and puts us back on purpose. If we ignore it, we're still going to be in the beautiful energy. But when we actually use it and set our intentions around it and really manifest things happen. You just can't make this shit up. But what is the Lionsgate portal? Well, between the 21st of July and the 12th of August, this is the time that the cosmic event occurs. And what it is, and I've written it down here, so I'm going to read it so I'll get it right. It's when the sun is in Leo, and the Earth, Orion's belt, and the star Sirius are all in alignment, which is activated by the rising star of Sirius. So all of that is quite cosmic. But in actual fact, it activates a portal. It opens up an energy that pushes all of us forward even more to ascend, to activate, to manifest. And when we use this energy mindfully, amazing things take place. Absolutely amazing things take place. So I invite you to have a look at the Lion number 1, 2, or 3 and see which one you're actually drawn to. And I will channel and bring your message. I'm going to sneeze. Woo! Wow. Bless me. Bless you. So I'm going to see what message comes through for you with whatever lion this is. But please listen to the end, because I'm giving an opportunity to one of you guys out there to win a free reading with me, a personal reading. And all you need to do is comment below, and I'm going to tell you at the end of this video what that actually is. So take a listen, tune in, get cozy, and let's see what amazing message you have from Spirit for the Lion portal, 8th of the 8th. Lion number 1. You know, when I get into your energy, I feel quite aligned. I feel quite powerful. There's a knowing that it's almost like you're about to strike. You're about to strike. Let's see what that means. What does that mean? I feel like you're equipped. You've got this inner knowing, and you're ready to strike. You're ready to make your move. You're very composed too. Very composed. I like this energy. It's quite, I want to say it's quite sexy. Like you're really getting into your power. I feel powerful. Powerful is the word that I get for you. I'm going to pull a few of these cards here. I've got relationships, judgment, and worry. Let's see what's going on for you, my darlings. All right. Now, I can't ignore this energy I'm in. I'm in this, just this knowing, this sense of surrender, but power. So you know whatever you need to do right now, and I do feel like you need to do something. There's an action that you're about to take. And it's like you've built up this energy ready to step forward to do it, whether or not you're, applying for a new job or committing into a relationship or walking away from a relationship or something quite major, but it's been on your mind. It's like time's ticking. You don't want to lose your momentum. You don't want to lose that self-belief. You've really put yourself in this situation now where you know what you do next is for your best interest. It'll keep you safe. It's an interesting thing to say, isn't it? It'll keep you safe. And it's wise. There's no more reasons for you not to move forward into this. This is a big leap of faith, I believe. Now, the first card I get for you is the relationships. Now, it says I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. Now, you'll find right now in your situation that there are new people stepping into your new frequency. You're at this level now where you know what to do. You've got I want to say you've got this, oh God, I feel powerful in this energy. I just don't care what anyone else has to say, as in, not disrespectfully, just because I just don't want them to try to sway my decision. You have made your mind up. You're very clear. And you're going to find that in this space, you're going to attract new people into your world. You've gone through that whole, scared to lose people. You've been through that roller coaster of emotion. And you're like, wherever things will, whatever that saying is, wherever the chips may lay. Now, be open to meeting new people here, because I feel like in your energy here, there's a little bit of, it's me against the world. And it's not necessarily true. I just had a little bit of fluff in my eye. I've just woken up and had a shower and just come straight out in front of this camera. So I'm just waking up. But in your energy, I know what I want to do, but be very mindful not to push over to the ego or to the arrogance. And that's just because you're so sure about yourself right now. But stay kind, because there are people that are going to try to challenge you around you, but that's okay. That's okay. So be kind to those people still. You don't have to cut them off and do that in an abrupt way. You can actually do that lovingly. But the new people that are coming in are at your frequency. Still be mindful, still be, trust your gut, do all those things, because you'll know if they have the right intention, because it's like you've got something now that people want. And this is very current for you. It's like you have this, whether it be this inner knowing, this inner power, or an actual object, or a role at work, or something. You've got this power that's awakened in you that people want. So don't be surprised if people try to zap your energy, just come and energy vampires, I call them. Those people that just sort of hang around and try to take your energy. There's a lot of shifts in relationships around you. You're not too sure exactly yet who to let in, but your gut will tell you. So stay out of your head in this power, because you're very much intuitively aligned right now. If you get into your head, you'll make choices that will confuse you. The next card we get for you is judgment. Now, sometimes when we do get so sure of ourselves, we can get a little bit petty and judge others. We can. But remembering compassion and aligning with who you truly are, which is just love, simply love. And people around you will challenge you, will try to pull you down, will shove their stuff in your face. Keep the compassion and know that we're all connected and everybody's here to teach us or each other. So be very mindful of that judginess that might come in purely because you're on a mission, you're on purpose, you're aligned, and you don't want anyone to sort of come in and take that away from you. But do that with compassion. Spirit's here to say they've got you. More listening and observing rather than speaking at the moment. Just be very careful. I feel like it's almost like a bit of a warning in this situation, just here, because you don't want to come off as arrogant. I want to just say it. You don't want to come off as arrogant here. You want to come off as powerful. There's a fine line. There's a fine line. You might have that one person in your life that just is amazing at everything they do, right? Everything they do, it's like the Midas touch. Everything they touch turns to gold. And in the end, people around that are not using them as mentors or guidance, or, they might be just thinking, oh, not them again. Oh, God. And they get lower their vibration because they're comparing and they're judging. Well, that person with the Midas touch is working hard. They're working very hard to align, to stay focused. But it's the arrogance here that really needs to not play a part. The next card we get is worry, because this is behind you, though. The worry is behind you. You've already made your decision here. You've already said what you're going to achieve. You've set your mind. And if you haven't said it in your words, you've definitely said it in your mind. Those low frequencies, those low emotions, they're just not happening around you. It's really peaceful. It's really peaceful as long as you just stay out of your head. I was reading a message. I just got a message on my phone. Stay out of your head and don't get swayed and pulled into other people's stuff. You can be there. You can be understanding. You can be compassionate. Try not to be too big with the ego. Try not to fall into their energy. Stay in your own, because you're really aligned. I really, really love this energy right now with you. You're sure about yourself. It's the trust factor that changes everything with you, right? It might be like, this is what I'm going to do, or this is who I am, or whatever, but I'm not sure how I'm going to get there. That's the trust. That's where this portal will come in and carry you. Beautiful energy for you. Oh, I love it. I love it. I like to be around people in this energy, because then it helps me find my energy. Not take yours, but it helps me find mine. That's very aligned. So keep doing you, because it's going to help others around you. You might feel sorry for other people because they just don't have that energy, but the more you do it, the more that they will be inspired. You can empower people right now. And I just want to finish with this one card right here. The presence of love will always cast out fear. You, my darling, are love. So keep that love vibration, keep that trust and that compassion, and keep on keeping on. And that, my darling, is your reading. Now, don't forget to listen to the end, where I'm going to share how to win a free reading, okay? So that will be right at the end of the video. All right, let's get to the number 2. All right, lion number 2. Lion number 2. Let me get into your energy. I feel a little bit playful with you. A little bit playful. I feel like you're up for some fun. You have been working very hard, just in life in general. You don't need to have been employed right now. This is not about what you do for a living. It's what you do with life. You are absolutely at a point where you are looking for fun. And I love it. I love it because you're still getting shit done. It's not like you're being irresponsible here. You're not just sort of ignoring things. You're prioritizing. And right now, fun is your priority. You know, whether it be a weekend away with some friends, whether it be a shopping spree, whether it be just lying on the beach, whether it be just a day binging. Like, you know, when I say binging, watching TV, some people find that very brain numbing, but other people find that very enjoyable. Very enjoyable. And it's not what you do, it's how you feel. It's how you feel. And I know that your energy is just looking for an outlet. You've been, you know, things have been way too serious for too long. And you just want to like almost laugh it off. You don't want to hold any grudges anymore. You don't want to have words with people. It's like you're in relationships where you think, oh, I've got to sit down and have a really serious talk. We've got to talk about, you know, how I feel and what they said and all this sort of stuff. And you go, you know what? I don't want to have that talk. I just want to have fun. I want to stop right here, stop going over the past and picking at it and saying what you did and what I did and comparing notes and pointing fingers and all that shit and just go, you know what? Enough. No more. Clean slate. Let's have some fun. Oh, I love this energy. Yes, about time too. Thank you very much. Let's pull some cards for you. Peace. We have the peace card. You know what? Sometimes I just pull cards 1, 2, 3, but today I want to shuffle in between because you're mixing things up, my darling. Success, of course. And then let's pull another card here. All right. Now, I feel like some of you, and remember this is a general reading, some of you have been getting headaches of late, and that's just because you've been too serious. Empathy. You've been getting headaches because you've just been too serious. You've been focusing on things that you just feel stuck, and it's just not going to change because you're just staring at it. And now you're mixing it up because you're going, you know what? I'm just going to have fun, laughter, you know, sex even. Like all these things that our body is innately designed to do bring the endorphins, bring the healing. Now, I know that this portal is activating that inner child of fun, laughter, joy, all that type of thing for your energy just to heighten. And it's really, really cool. Now, I know we're coming to the end in the southern hemisphere of winter and then obviously the opposite in the northern. And I feel like the change of seasons really ignite you too. It's like you reinvent. You do these cleanses or, you know, within your body or within your home space or office space or whatever that might be. And I know things are changing up for you. Now, the first card I get for you, and look, even, I don't know if you listened to the first reading, but I certainly wasn't talking this fast. So I know in your energy, I just want fun. I want, you know, just come on, let's see what you've got, universe. Let's do this. And you're looking at things with clear eyes, fun eyes. You're not looking at the negatives anymore. You're looking at the opportunities. And I say this many times that the symbol in Chinese for crisis is the same symbol they use for opportunity. So it's not what's happening around you that's so wonderful, which it is. It's how you're looking at it, how you're perceiving it, your perception. You can look at it as all doom and gloom, or you can look at it as in opportunities, you know. Like when people come to me as a client, for example, or a friend or family with an issue or a problem, or I just go, okay, so it's not like, you know, can I fix this? It's like, how are we going to fix this? What are our options? And being very much the opportunist. And that's very much this energy that I'm getting with you. Now, the first card I get for you is peace. Now, that's exactly you right now. You don't want the drama anymore. You don't want to get up in your head and start trying to nut things out and working out, you know, who said what first and all that type of energy of trying to be in the victim mentality, blaming. All that stuff is past. But you had to go through that to get to this breakthrough, and the 8-8 portal is carrying you through beautifully. I love it because everything about you now is, how can this be an opportunity and how can that bring me love and peace? The next card you get is success, because you're just looking for the light in everyone at the moment. I wouldn't be surprised if you're looking at a job role where you want to switch, where you actually want to bring in love. You know, the other morning, now Spirit brings me songs. So I wouldn't be surprised if your songs are standing out to you with messages and you're receiving those messages. Now, I woke up last weekend on Saturday morning and I had a song. What was his name? Ezra or whatever, Green Grass. Green, how's it go? You better party on the day that I die. That one. And I woke up that morning and I went, oh, okay, so I've got this new song in my head. Party with the day that I die. All right. And anyway, I ended up Googling the words and tried to understand what my message was. And it was very interesting because the meaning of that song was that he was away on holiday overseas somewhere and he could hear like a party happening on the street. So we went over there and they were dancing, they were singing, they were cooking on the street, and they said that they were celebrating 3 people's funerals. And he was like, oh, we don't do it like that in our country, or whatever the story went, however the story went. And it was like, yes, I bring Spirit through and I like to celebrate their lives. I like to, I'm Italian, so our background is very much that, my grandmother, when my grandfather passed away, and my nonna, they wore black for years. They wore black for years. It's like they mourned, and that's very much cultural. I remember in my early 20s, I had a beautiful friend pass away, and I didn't even realize in my early 20s, about 3 weeks later, one of my friends said, are you going to start wearing color again? And I went, what? And I didn't even realize innately I was wearing black. And it was just, so amazing how we celebrate death or how we mourn a loved one. And I know this is very fitting for you. I'm telling my story, but this is your reading. Now, I know that as a psychic medium, I bring Spirit through to celebrate them, to remember them, to prove life after life. So I don't like to bring through all the sadness and the grief and all that type of thing. I want to bring through the love. And I know this is you. You're looking for the love. You're bringing through the love. And even you may very well have someone in spirit that is coming through at the moment with celebration. I watched a funeral the other day online. I didn't know them, but they almost had, they had a, what do they call those dancing mobs or whatever they call? Flash mob. There's about 5 or 6 people out of the audience in the funeral all stand up and do this breakdown in this huge dance because the lady that passed wanted that at her funeral. I know in my will, everybody has to wear rainbow colours. So, we really need to celebrate the end of things, and you're really doing that. So I wouldn't be surprised if you're looking at maybe being a death doula, or you know what this is. You're really celebrating life. Absolutely celebrating life. And you know that when we pass, we continue to celebrate that. The next day I got the song again and I thought, oh, okay, did I not get the message? So I thought green grass. So I went and put my feet on the grass and I grounded for 10 minutes because I was doing a full day of readings. And I thought, okay, cool. But there happened that I was doing a reading that day at the Mornington Minor Magic Market, and this beautiful woman came in front of me, and this lady came through, and I gave her this magical reading because this lady was a magical communicator, and it just so happened that they literally celebrated her life. She made sure that their funeral was a celebration. So Spirit is always with us. They're always continuing to bring messages through. And I know you're at a point now where you've got your spiritual team and they're backing you, and you're trusting your faith and your connection. And I wouldn't be surprised if you're doing this work or you're looking at doing this work. Also take note, and whether you're in Melbourne or not, I'm running a weekend retreat in October for us to enhance our spirit connection, our intuition, our mediumship, and that type of thing. So I know that this is all you. It is so exciting to be in your energy right now because all this sort of stuff is happening around you. You're part of it. You are it, because you're absolutely looking for that peace, that you may very well have a lot of angels around you, past loved ones, but you don't see the grief like others. You don't wear the black like others. You wear the colours and you speak of them like they're still with us, because they are. Your next card and your last card is the empathy, because you feel so very deeply. You feel so very deeply. And it's a bloody superpower of yours because you're really bringing the joy to life right now. You are someone I want to be around. You are someone that other people are really being lifted just because you're in their presence. And I want to say well done. Well done, because, you know, this could have gone two ways. Two ways. You know how people have like near-death experiences and then they choose life because life chooses them? That's where I feel. It's like this rebirth going on with you. Rebirth. And I just want to finish with a beautiful card here. Exactly that. I choose to learn through love. Now, don't forget to stay to the end of this video because I'm giving an opportunity for a free reading and I'd love you to enter. And that, my darling, is your reading for lion number 2. All right, lion number 3. Your energy is a little bit serious, I must admit. You're been, I don't know, almost researching or even obsessing. This is the energy that I'm picking up with here. And I know that going through the portal, there's going to be a shift in you. And I don't know that you can feel it just yet, but I do know that over the next few days, it's like this. I'm going to say your heart chakra has been spinning beautifully, a little bit slow, and then it sort of hit a cog and it's and over the next couple of days, it's going to go, and start moving again. Because there's something I feel like you've been fixated on, whether it be a comment in a conversation, whether it be a relationship, a person, a past trauma, you know, just something. You've got this old story that's been replaying, that's been keeping you very much stuck. And I'm very excited to say thank fuck that that's stopping very soon, if not yet. I feel like this is within like 3 days, 3 weeks. I don't feel like it's longer than that. And I know that this portal is going to carry you through very much so. I think I'm making up sentences. Does that make sense? So it feels like even the words you've been speaking have been a little bit messy. You can't really communicate very well. You haven't been able to speak freely with the fear of other people not getting what you talk about, you know. I just speak freely now. But I know who not to speak to. And that's what you're sort of working out still. So there's a little bit of shyness going on here. And I just threw all these cards down, all of them. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to use this deck here. Like literally, I had a whole deck, 50% of them fell. So I'm just going to use this. I never do that. This is something I've never done. You're doing things right now that you've never done. You're actually shit scared about what's going to happen next. And that excites me because once this cog goes, your heart's going to spin so much beautifully and you're going to be able to piece your words together. You're going to know who to speak to and you're going to pick yourself up out of this darkness that you have created. And I'm going to say you've created it, my darling. And you may not like this reading, but if you were drawn to 3, this is for you. I'm going to say it. Gratitude is your first card out of this little deck I have. Love, my darling. And your third card today, oh, this one, okay. Discipline, yeah. You are literally breaking out of a pattern that has kept you safe for a very long time. Safe and a little bit bored. But you are this cog, I just keep going to the love, cog is switching over now because when you, gratitude, you're doing all the things, right? You know how people say, like, for instance, I rave about Dr. Joe Dispenza and his meditations. And I feel as though you've been doing the stuff, but for some reason the pennies haven't been dropping just yet. You've been doing the meditations, you've been doing the salt baths, you've been doing whatever, the walks in nature, you've been doing, but it's still not working. Now, I'm here to say they actually have, but there was a big build-up before you could get to that point of detox, and you are just coming through that now. So I feel like you've been feeling worse before you feel better. But you are, the light is coming, my darling, because your card is love. No, it's not. Gratitude. Love's next. Gratitude first to get the love, right? So I jumped ahead to one card, right? So I don't want you to jump ahead. I don't want you to jump ahead. I'm jumping ahead and I'm getting excited here because I know what's to come, but the work needs to be done and you have been doing the work. So don't feel disheartened. Please do not feel disheartened because Spirit's here to say that one step at a time, don't jump ahead. It's all part of the divine plan. And you, my darling, really, really understand the divine plan. You're all about it. You talk a lot of truth. You speak a lot of truth, but you're holding back your inner truth. I'm going to say that again. You speak a lot of truth, but you're holding back your inner truth. So there's a story right here in your heart that you're yet to tell. When you do get to that point, that's where you're going to heal the most. That's where the cog. And to start that off, you need to be grateful for who you are and where you've come from and what you've come through and what you're going to create. So just being simply grateful for waking up in the morning can be enough. The attitude of gratitude changes everything. It's an energy. And coming through the portal, the 8A is going to activate you, crack you open like a mofo, because you're ready for it, because you've been doing the groundwork for some time. This hasn't been just a couple of weeks. This has been like a few years going, oh, come on already. Are you serious? Like, you know, you get one victory and then something else happens, and one victory, and it's like you're going over the same shit, the same stuff. But in actual fact, you're not. And the way I explain it is like when we're going up the stairs, right? You're going up a stair and you think, oh, whew, I made it. And then you go up another stair, oh, whew, I made it. And you go up another stair and then you just stand there for ages and you're thinking, oh my God, am I going backwards? No, you are not. You're just staying on that step. But now you're ready to go up again. But I don't feel like it's just one step. It's about 3 or 4, because this is a big leap. This is a big leap, because once in this energy, my darling, everything changes. And that's where the love comes in, the love card, because you are just love. And also, I say a lot of the time is, if it, you know, brings you closer to love, then do it. If it doesn't, then don't. Because I feel like there's a little bit of reshuffling going on in your mindset, and a little bit of clarity is yet to come. But it will come once you're in that gratitude, once you go through this beautiful portal, once you choose love only. That's simply enough. That's simply enough. And the discipline card, Dale, the discipline card. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. Up until now, it's been a little bit messy. It's been a little bit hard. And the thing is, you know, there may be, I feel like I'm a little bit foggy. So whatever I'm putting into my body has been keeping me a little bit messy, whether that be gluten, whether that be too much caffeine, alcohol, drugs, you know, obsessing over any addiction. And any addiction is just purely something to cover an anxiety. So really what we're dealing here with is anxiety. And the anxiety is just not feeling safe and not trusting. But I know that in this next, you know, I just can't talk about these cogs enough. I feel like I'm just boom, 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 with your heart space. And I feel like over the next few days, coming days mainly, this will just activate. And you'll be like, oh my God, now it all makes sense. I know why it's taken this long. Because you felt like you're just beating your head against a brick wall, but you're certainly not. It's all been progress, and every single moment has been progress, and it's all been divinely timed. Okay, been told to get you another card from another deck. Ooh, you're lucky. The other people didn't get that. Oh, okay. It literally bounced out. Okay, let me read this. Aurora. You are flying high right now, which may threaten others, but don't descend, because others will soon become inspired by your example. Now, you may very well feel like, if I do good, other people will go without. You know, I can't eat all that food because there won't be enough for others. What an interesting thing to say. So there's a real lack mentality that is like literally your old story that is being it's dissolving now. And the thing is, when you let go of old stories, part of you grieves those old stories, because the old stories kept you safe. Now, I'm also an EFT practitioner, so when I work with clients and they have been holding on to such sadness for so long and they let it go, they feel empty. But they don't have the sadness, but they can't access it, but there's the grief because the sadness is gone. So then we have to work on that. So there's layers, and there's so much that you've been working on over this time where you think you haven't been working at all. Oh God, you have. Real deep shit. But my darling, this is where you take off. You start flying, and people will feel threatened and try to pull you down. You keep those wings nice and clean and out, because you are flying, my darling. Absolutely. I want you to just have a good look at that. Look at that leap of faith. That's what this is, a leap of faith. You jump, you dive, you soar. And that is where you're at. And I just want to take one more card for you from this deck, which is the Universe Has Your Back by Gabrielle Bernstein, however you pronounce it. And this is your final message. And it says, I am a spirit having a human existence, and I'm getting here, and I'm here to get closer to love. Oh my God, is that not what we've just been saying? I am a spirit having a human existence, and I'm here to get closer to love. That is all. That is all. Everything else is making it complicated for you. And that, my darling, is your reading for the lion number 3. This lion gate's carrying you. Enjoy the flow. Enjoy the flow. Now, thank you very much for everybody tuning in. And I do want to give away a free reading this month. So please, below in the comments for you to go into this draw, and I will pull a reading out, or I'll do a video at the end of the month with the winner. So today I want you to write, the portal activates my soul. This portal activates my soul. That's what I want you to write in the comments, because when you put it in there, you give permission for an activation that's going to take you to the next level. This portal activates my soul. Do not forget to write it in the comments, and you will go into the draw with all the readings that I share this month of August 2023, and I'll draw the winner at the end of the month. Thank you very much for tuning in, my beautiful souls. Be kind to others, but especially be kind to yourself, because nobody is as beautiful as you. Take care. Peace out.